So about, I don't know if you guys remember, there were the traders in Kampala were striking. You remember?
Yeah.
About IFRIS?
Electronic,
And the
physical,
taxes.
And
receipting
taxation.
and invoicing solution.
And taxation generally. And the president came out and said, I'll give you guys, I met the traders, blah, 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 blah. And he says he'll
He
give them.
pacified them. He told them, don't worry, I'll handle it.
Yeah, he says, I'll give you a response. We'll meet again on the 7th of May.
Yes, yes.
Now, as URA continues with its stuff, so let me give you context to this conversation. Uganda, because of the passing of the bill, the LGBTQ bill, we are no longer getting money from abroad.
World Bank, blah, 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 etc.
Which means that we have to fund our budget ourselves.
Which we're stealing from.
Yeah. Which we can't. We can't fund a 50 trillion budget when you make 5.
Yeah.
Okay? You collect 5. So the president has told URA, you guys widen your tax base, find where to get the money.
Squeeze them.
Long story short.
Squeeze them.
So that's how those guys started complaining, blah, 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 because URA was really squeezing, has been squeezing and continues to squeeze. As it is doing that, Uganda had been the only country where you could come in as a foreigner with money and we don't ask where it's from.
Really?
You could easily.
What do you mean when you say money?
Money, have $100,000.
Okay. Oh, and we didn't wonder.
We just do a background check on you. Are you a terrorist? Are you funding the Noop? What? Those things. We know how to manage. Those are your. If that is the issue, then we deal with you. But the issue is not the money.
Yes.
It's what the money is being used for.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because of the stress of URA, they have now said, anybody entering with more than 30 million, you must call Mr. John Singuzi Rujoki.
Who is the URA chap?
And basically you have to inform URA.
So now if I travel with 29,990,000,
You okay?
I'm gone.
Don't tell them.
What I'll do now is I'll give my neighbor some days.
Another 29.
Just 29
Point
million, 990,000 shillings.
Yeah. And you can do that if you are smart every day.
By the way. Because what are you going to do?
29, 29.
Moving with my 70 pieces. I have
So that would be a smart way to do it, yeah.
give you some 20.
Nebo embula tononya.
Kugamba gundi, empesi muyo.
Ne luggage mumpe.
The number you have called is not available.
29, I can buy 2 phones.
No, but then the idea is we're leaving the plane. So I'm going to hold you like this. Who you go? You have my dates. You grab your luggage. You have a free hand. Grab. Once we cross the airport, like so. I'm back.
So anyway, you can't now, officially.
Yeah.
You can't.
Leaving.
But
even leaving.
you're even leaving.
So you can't leave or you can't come in.
No, you can't come in. That's the official. Because they need to know what the money is for.
But now if I'm leaving my 30 pieces.
But here's the thing, though. It's not like they're going to tax it. It's not like they're going to tax it. You just have to tell them.
But they
I've brought in $100,000. I am going to open 17 shops,
Okay. Of those 17 shops, you need to have a trade license. You need to have.
which I am going to do anyway.
sign up for IFRIS,
Yes,
this, that, the other.
that's
That
fine.
is-
I'm going to do it anyway.
And that's if you're actually
Going to start the shops.
what you said you're going to do. Because if not, they're going to give you a hard time.
But you have to understand that there's money that's going to be coming in to fund opposition.
So wait a minute. Is
And,
this,
and we are getting closer to elections.
so
So
the
you
whole
think that
purpose
it's going
of
to
this.
come in cash? They genuinely think it's going to come in cash?
Yeah, because if it comes in through Bank Swift, that one they automatically, that one they're in control.
Yes.
Now, if
So
they
the only other way is cash.
And Kati, the same way I've said I can give Marcus my 20, Gaetano Micah 30, and then we walk in together. I can also send that shit through 50 accounts.
But my question is this. My question becomes this.
But that's easy to track.
The timing of this, is it really to increase the tax base because of the money that we have to raise? Or is it because you want to fight certain individuals who are raising money for their own agenda?
Byonna bye bimusebe.
Mama, no. Hey.
No bad ones.
It's
So traveling is going to become very tricky when you're coming with it. Hey, traveling. So
You want to take us somewhere?
I'm not taking you anywhere.
netuludde okutambula.
It's been a while since we traveled. We'll talk about that later. But speaking about traveling, the United Kingdom has put travel restrictions on the Speaker of Parliament. Let me get these names right. Also, former Minister for Karamoja.
First wait.
That's right.
First wait. This guy's Speaker. I have his name.
You're bad. Please come and see this.
First, come and see this.
You people, I'm telling you a story. I'm telling you a story.
Yeah, I had guy.
What?
You have opened a brand of specs.
Guy 5. Yes. You want? They had it. I was waiting for you to talk about my glasses and none of you said anything.
I've said it, sir. I've said it. Mama, continue.
Anyway, I was telling you.
Speak up, Amuganyo,
All right,
camera.
so let me take off my very expensive glasses first. So the United Kingdom has put travel restrictions on politicians. Number 1, Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among. Number 2, Mary Goretti Chitutu, who was the Minister for Karamoja. And Agnes Nandutu, who was the State Minister.
What do those three have in
for
common?
Karamoja.
Mabati. Let me tell you, the same way that I spoke about it in the last season is the same way that I feel about it. UK. Shame on you guys.
It is not because of LGBTQ.
Shame on you guys for stealing from the vulnerable. Really?
The 3 individuals,
Mabati.
2 of whom were previously ministers responsible for Uganda's poorest region, Karamoja, have been charged with corruption at the Uganda's anti-corruption court, will be subject to travel bans and asset freezes.
By now, you must be aware that the UK government, through a media communication, and I'm saying media communication, dated the 30th April 2024, reportedly imposed some sanctions on myself and 2 former ministers. The ministers who were in court, purportedly on allegation of corruption, and the sanction led to travel ban and freeze of assets. I am told I have so many assets in UK and a lot of accounts in UK. Unfortunately, I've only been in UK once. I don't even have a postcard in UK. Honorable members, these sanctions are politically motivated. The bill that you passed in this house, we are carrying a cross. I am carrying a cross for the 48 million Ugandans.
Any assets they may have will be grabbed. Now, of course, having said that, we here in Uganda, the courts have not yet passed any sort of
Judgment on
that. So, Gava is saying, but you guys,
Now that is
we
where
have
my-
our courts here which have not yet passed any sort of ruling.
That is my-
How can you, as the UK, do this? And they are saying actually it's because of ABCD,
LGBTQ,
That's why you're doing
XYZ.
it.
It's not because you guys have taken this bloody long to pass something on something that happened over a freaking year ago.
Yeah, but they're still
But when
doing
you look at
investigations.
every other investigations, namna gani, for how long?
These things
Let me
take
tell you,
time.
This shit happened when I was pregnant. My child is walking. We're still investigating the shit.
A full lot of shit.
These things take time.
What time? Did she or didn't she?
We don't know.
Found in her possession or no?
We
if
didn't-
they were not, let's move on. She's innocent. If they were, what else are you looking for?
That list had 17 people.
Let the UK sanction all 17. I'm going to say starting with the 3. Good job.
Okay, all right, fine. And you
But here's my issue. Why are those people in our buttocks?
the UK.
Yeah.
Because we refuse to wipe them ourselves. If you wipe your ass, no one else would complain. You are smelling
but
the
we-
rest of the
We
world.
are
But it's my
walking-
sheet.
We are walking around with a dirty bums.
They are my bums.
We are smelling for the rest of the world.
It is my buttocks
You
that are
represent us,
smelling.
but you represent us with those dirty bums when you go.
How
into
do I
the-
represent you
Because
as
you're Uganda.
UK?
Yes.
Ugandans are members of the Commonwealth.
Thank
the
you.
Commonwealth is overseen by the UK, England to be specific. So you refuse to wipe your bums. You've come in us. You're smelling.
You have what? Come in us.
So now, Parliament spokesperson Chris Obode, I'm going to quote him, said, Uganda has regulatory investigatory, and disciplinary institutions that deal with corruption, and none of them has found the Speaker culpable. Therefore, the corruption allegations are apolitical and are vendetta-driven as they come. So, we have a
Let me
case.
ask about that.
Yes.
Is he officially saying that she is cleared of all accusations?
Because from what I know,
Let him come out and
from what
say
I know,
that.
it was Nandutu and that other chick, Kitutu, who were officially found guilty of anything to do with this
Yes. Now,
Mabati
was the
scam.
rest cleared?
The Minister of Finance
They
was
said they
cleared.
were not.
Yeah. Kasaija was cleared. To the best of my knowledge, so was Among.
Was she?
Yeah.
Or we just chose to act like we'll deal with this?
We put our head in the...
They are doing this because she called them bumshifters.
Let her call them bum shafters or whatever she believes that they are. At the end
And
of
she
the
said it. You people, they are struggling because they called them
Because
bumshifters.
now the statement that came out from Gava said that no, actually, the sheets that were suspected to be with her were given to schools and blah, 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 blah. Why were they in her possession at any event?
Okay, and you're right. But my
They were taken there.
But let me add on to this.
Why?
Let me add on to this.
We don't know.
Anne-Marie.
But I found out I took them
Anne-Marie,
to school.
You're talking about these three individuals. But if we were to do a proper census and a proper
audit.
and the UK was going to say travel ban and asset freezes for, how many individuals do you think in the
general scheme of things.
general scheme of things would have a travel
With
ban?
regards to allegations or with regards to Mabati?
Don't you think this
No,
is
generally.
With regards to corruption
Yeah,
generally.
things that we know that happened here.
So don't you think that this is step one when they sanction the speaker because she holds one of the highest offices? So now they're saying now we've started
But the
with your
speaker
boss.
is-
Now we're also coming for you guys who are also involved in this stuff.
True, but the speaker, generally speaking, never wants to travel anyway. She seems
Yeah, she goes to Bukedia. Wakoma.
It seems Bukedia and Kampala are
Are
her
you
only
sure?
homes.
She has a whole village in Bukedia.
So you guys didn't see that beautiful picture of her in which European country in that expensive dress?
And those
You guys
ones,
didn't see
those
that?
ones have not yet put sanctions on her.
And
So
they,
she is able
and
to
they,
go.
and they won't.
Anti-Kati, they're starting somewhere. They're saying up until you guys are able to say
And then-
she's innocent of the stuff.
But here's my question. Has a travel ban ever improved the situation?
It is
Because you have put a travel ban. Has it ever? I think
Travel ban and asset freeze.
By the way, they,
of the assets you know.
please understand that they did not say that out of nowhere.
No,
Asset
siganye,
freeze is
siganye.
Someone who actually has the assets. So batukwata waluma. Batukwata waluma. They did not just randomly say asset freeze.
Ag-
But like you said, does she travel that much?
Freezing Agnes Nandutu's assets.
In the UK. In the UK. Keep in mind.
freezing
talked about-
Nandutu's assets. Even you be serious.
No, wait.
What have you frozen?
We talked about the closed door meeting that they had with the ambassadors
Yeah.
of European countries and them letting the IGG look into their funds.
Yeah.
I think there's something sizable there that those guys have decided to
There's
tackle.
a sizable ass.
It. Maybe among, I'm sure there's a sizable ass. It. To freeze. But the,
You'll get it.
but the others.
There's no ass.
It. To freeze.
What are you freezing?
But you guys have heard how.
I don't know if it's, and my point is, and I'm being serious now, I don't know if it is a functional way to solve the problem. I don't think it is going to yield results.
If you start somewhere, it will. If
Yeah.
you don't do anything, nothing
If
will
I'm
happen.
not, if I'm not
Nothing
mistaken, I agree. If I'm not mistaken, this is not the first time they have frozen people from traveling in Uganda. What did it change? I think they stopped Sam Kutesa when he was Foreign Affairs Minister from traveling for some over 500,000 something Simanyi UND blah, 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 back in the day. So what?
Yeah, but you see,
What did that stop?
Let us start
but you see,
somewhere.
Marcus, you're working towards something. Then it's not only you as the individual, it is family. It is relation. You understand what I'm saying? The ripple effect of this is huge.
No, do you think-
Because, hold on a second. Imagine the Speaker of Parliament.
The third most powerful
Yes, the
person.
third most powerful person. What message does that send, Marcus?
To the rest of
It
you
is
little people.
huge.
Zero. All of you are
Really
talking.
think that someone under her is going to be like, you know what, the UK is not scared of messing
Do you understand?
Maybe I should just do what I need.
Get the hell out of here. It does not stop the guy, even our deputy tomorrow could bang a deal and walk away with money. It is not stopping them to do shit.
But it is sending a message, a clear and loud message.
Yes, and the message that, you know what these guys are receiving? The guy is, why are these guys in our business? That's the message they are getting.
Oh, maybe.
But tuveko, tuja kwesortinga
Maybe
ffe.
it is you refuse to fix it. Let's show you how to fix it. That is very possible.
Anyway,
Listen, it's true. We do not know
the outcome.
the genesis of this decision. We do not know if it's because she brought the bill.
But
We
it's
do
there.
not know if they're actually saying
But
against
it's there.
corruption. But what has happened has happened, and now her dimes. If they are
Speaking of dimes, did you guys know that 70% of Ugandans,
that is where I was.
you know that story?
All you had to say was 70% because me and Gaetano.
Did you hear that story?
But continue.
Elucidate.
Did you hear that story? 70% of Ugandans live beyond their means.
Live beyond their means.
Yeah.
As in they spend more money
Than they make.
They spend money they don't have.
Yes.
70% of Ugandans here were how many? We're like, okay, out of us 3, yeah?
So
We live in Bakassi.
7 out of 10
Yeah.
Spend more money than they don't have.
that they spend money that they don't have.
Yeah. So I mean, out of the 3 of us,
And reason being?
we are living in your pocket. We are buying our drinks.
You see,
So where do they get the money that they're spending which they
Okay,
don't have?
so here's the thing.
Mabanja.
Bank of Uganda actually sanctioned a survey in working with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. A survey was actually conducted, and out of the 17.2 million Ugandans, let me get the figure right. 17.2 million Ugandans out of the 24.6 million adults that we have here rely on family, friends, personal savings, and borrowing as a coping mechanism to manage shortages. So it's not what we are bringing in that allows us to live the way that we do.
Twagala vibe.
Other things.
I come to Marcus and you send me money from the UK where I can't go.
Twagala vibe.
So yeah,
But that's a huge percentage.
we are operating in a
But-
personal budget deficit. A guy is earning
But in the States, it should be 100%.
budget deficit, you think?
Yeah, because Americans live off credit.
They live off debt,
Yeah.
credit
But for an
card,
African
bill
country like
pay.
us, who is a cash economy, really,
Yeah.
that is
No, but then also when you said
Yeah, but
that
I can explain it. If you want me to explain, I'll
hang
explain.
on, for the states, let's first talk about the states because that's a comparison that you've given. You said that they're living off debt, but it's
Credit, but debt, yes.
But it's broken down to monthly payments, and then you find that those guys are actually living within their means when it comes to those monthly payments.
Yeah,
The
but
guy has to pay maybe $100 on his car, $50 on his phone, and that will all be under his paycheck.
yeah, but they will forever, almost all of them,
But that is their
live
modus operandi.
live in debt because they start getting debt from student loans till they die.
But that's their
Whereas us,
Whereas us, because we're a cash economy, the guy keeps telling you, tosindikira ku Airtel, sindika ku MTN, Airtel bamanja.
in a bunch.
And that's how we operate.
but that's scary. 70%.
70%.
Massive.
But let me tell you,
So you're
Ugandans,
seeing people walking around and you think they have a dime, they're splashing, they're vibing, they're.
I will not mention names, but we have our city tycoons here who
That's how they operate.
are dealing with bank loans in the
of $50 million.
billion.
The Ugandans' general problem, generally, Ugandans are, we are comfortable. I think we have discussed this before. And we are comfortable as Ugandans because we have food. Lack of food is what creates discomfort,
Yes.
generally. Yes. So these things that Museveni keeps talking about, how Ugandans are lazy and it's true. We
That's
are.
a point. Yeah,
It's true. We are lazy. Why? Because we have food.
We're a food basket.
With a food basket. And once you have food as a person, nothing stresses you.
Because at the end of the day,
Because at the end of the day, I will
won't
eat.
starve.
I won't starve. And even if I don't have it at home, I'll walk to Gaetano's and he won't chase me because Gaetano will have food. And because we also have Ubuntu. What is mine is yours. Yeah, we'll sit and say, we'll share what we have. Don't worry. Tomorrow we'll go to Anne's. Tomorrow we'll go to George. Tomorrow we'll go. You know what I mean? Yeah. We will figure it out. Food is never a problem. Once you sort out food, they need to hustle, to work, to. So the only thing remaining now is Marembe.
enjoyment.
And
Good time.
Chidongo. That's why we're middle income economy at night.
At night.
In Uganda, middle income. During the day, third world poor country. At night, mama.
We are Dubai is here, we are here.
Developed, yeah, developing. We are there almost South Africa. We're about to get to UAE.
Yes.
And that's a fact because we don't have stress.
But now that stress makes us
Now,
comfortable.
because I want to continue this life of enjoying, Nesentes impede them. So compare you.
Give me.
So compare you. So compare you.
Give
So
me,
compare
give
you.
me.
Why? Because I must be in the nightclub.
So do you subscribe to that?
No, I think it's wrong. I think it's
Do you
rubbish.
subscribe to that?
The what, living beyond your means?
As in, hey, Paco. So.
No.
Because all of us are going to say no, but we actually all do it.
In one way or another, you do it.
We all do it. We'll all say, no, I don't believe live beyond
But
my means.
70%.
But look at the stuff around your life. Are you going to tell me that all of the things in your life you readily afforded because you had the cash?
That is-
Chances are, if you actually assess yourself, you fall in that 70%.
If you think about it, yes.
If you, look
If
at
you think
how
about it,
you
yeah.
purchased your car, if you look at how maybe you made a payment on rent or your mortgage or whatever, you also fall in the 70%. All of us, one way or another. Maybe just because you don't live that way,
Then maybe I'm one of
But
the.
you fall there.
I'm one of
You're in the 30.
I think I'm one of the 30. I
Okay, so
hate
you're going to pick up the
borrowing money.
It's not borrowing.
It is.
It is.
I'm borrowing. I'm saying lend me, loan me, whatever it means necessary.
No.
I'm asking for that money for me to do what I want to do.
But you know those things are not outright. Think of how many times you go out to drink and how many times you actually pick up the tab. You've not borrowed money. It is just good time vibes.
Anyway, wow.
Think of how many times you go to a party and it's actually supposed to be a cash back and you actually party sometimes.
You remember what I said, what we talked about earlier? Earlier in the conversation of URA? Yeah? You know this business of what URA is doing and squeezing people? Do you know that 44% of Ugandans are keeping money at home?
That is a big percentage.
Guys are not cash.
44%
But
of
it's
what?
believable.
Ugandans
It's
are in pillow account. That's what they call it.
Pillow account.
Yeah. They keep money in the pillow case.
Their bank is their pillow.
You
I
know,
believe that.
the pillow is the bank.
I believe that.
But what I didn't know was the percentage. I knew it was there, but I didn't think it was as high as 44.
44%.
Yeah.
So
And
guys,
the reason why? They don't want URA in their business.
How many businesses do you know? Because as a business, you start getting taxed if you make more than, is it 2.5% in profit? How many businesses do you know just operate under that threshold? And to operate under that threshold,
Or that's what they declare.
and yes. So the rest of the money has to pillow up.
Because the moment it touches the account, URA has full access these days.
Now Gaetano
to all
starts
accounts.
selling his Guy 5 shades.
No, but can you blame them because the squeezing
They're squeezing
is
so hard.
they're squeezing so hard to increase that tax base. They're squeezing so hard to make sure that the coffers are full,
bigger.
Are bigger.
Because they
So
have
of course, people don't even advertise their businesses sometimes.
Yeah, and I imagine those days when I used to work in mainstream media, I'd walk to a guy's office and I tell the guy, do you know what we can do for you in your business? Just the guy tells me, genda mutabani. Genda. I said, what's the problem? Where gonna you are age?
You want them to know.
Meanwhile, the guy is making maybe about 2 billion a year. And I'm telling the guy, I can significantly increase this to 20. Then he said, 2 billion is in Korea. Kubanga 20 comes. Zogamba. URA is going to take 10.
URA is going to come
It's going to come and enter my underwear.
very deeply, by the way.
They can't.
And once they enter, there's a way they.
Have you guys had chlamydia?
You know when you look around and you're like, cano. You know when you have dios, that's how dios starts. Because the guys are in there looking. Everything comes out.
Who is in your bums as you have diabetes?
So yeah, the guy told me, boss, leka.
Mind your business.
Yeah, just leave me.
So that's why
Zimmara.
they keep them in the pillow bank.
So now they're in the pillow account. But I didn't know it was that big as 44%.
I believe that. I mean, it's a big number, but if you think about it a bit more, it's believable.
Damn.
It really is.
Damn.
Then you think about the guys who have rooms of 10.
Safes. The guys with safes in their houses these days.
Should I land on you or you have a room of 10?
I thought about buying a safe.
To keep the Gaetano sheds.
Now, when Gaetano
'Cause-
starts selling the Gaetano shades, he's also going to operate under 2.5
They are-
profit. What URA doesn't touch his stuff.
So as we wind up, guy, you market them, okay? You market to them. How much are they going for? URA will come.
URA will come for me.
You market to them, tell people where to find them,
Hey.
and then how you,
When they're doing the census.
yeah.
Hey.
Banange, they're doing census this week.
Yes. They're going to come and count
Short
us.
week.
Another public holiday.
Yeah. So it's starting on Friday for 10 days. So it's for the weekend.
No,
No.
boss. They cannot do a census for 10 days.
It's 10 days.
Is it 10 days?
It's 10 days.
Sorry, 10 days
Are we
only.
going to
10
stay
days
home?
only.
We're going to do 10 days of stay at home.
No. Only 1 day stay at home, which
And
is
then
Friday.
count us at home.
Then you pray that that's when they come and find you. Now, the people like Gaetano who have 4 homes, I don't know how he's going to do it. Because he's at one home and then he's the
They're
next
going
home.
to
And
count him in the lodge and the bus.
then all the Hajis who have 4 homes, I don't know how they're going to operate. Because they ask you, Murimba Meka Muno. Says, huh? Hey.
As I was coming on CBS, they say they're going to count even foreigners. They're going to call them floating population or the homeless.
Really?
So floating population. Wegamba. So a Haji can be a floating
Whether
guy.
you are Tanzanian, Kenyan,
So is a Haji a floating
you are
guy?
homeless if you happen to be at midnight on Sunday in that country in Uganda.
As a Haji, are you a floating guy when you have 4 homes?
Because you're homeful. You're not homeless.
No, but there are 4. Because I float in between. I oscillate
They're all
between
mine.
the 4.
They are all mine.
All I know is that we're getting a public holiday. So fuck y'all.
Wait, tomorrow.
It's a public holiday.
It's a short week loading.
Yes. And it's going to be enough.
We drink.
We drink.
We drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before they come and count us in the bums.
Yeah.
In the census. We're
But remember, they said they're going to count lodges and bars.
Hey.
So that's why Gaetano said that
That's-
they're going to find him in.
Yeah, count me. Nayo no si wange. Just for today.
But I make sure you catch the last round every single week we're here at Chishanyama Village. You make sure that you also follow us on our socials.
Bebakuzo obeerawo. Ono wanasana. Guys, the handle is the last round UG. It's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even TikTok. You will find us there, and on YouTube, the same one, the last round UG.
like a bell.
A bell, yeah. You click on it every time we load. You will be able to get the updates. Until next week, please be counted. We need to know.
And the foods that you're eating.
Gwe bakubuuza obeerawo. Nina omusajja, olina omusajja.